You're watching Ned the Dead and Doc Moreau. Check out their stuff at nedthedead.com.
Roll it! Everybody, it's the Ned the Dead Show, the big studio audience having the kind of fun that only we can have and only you can enjoy with us. We're here for you, or what? Hey everybody, it's a movie, it's fun, it's frivolity, it's all those things rolled into one horribly long 2-hour show. So stick with us right here. Tonight's movie is called Track of the Moon Beast, popular as you know. Let's go check out Doc Moreau's movie lore. He knows all, or what?
Take a hunky hero, a blonde hottie, a Native American college professor, and a meteoric moon rock, and you've got a stew that will make a moon beast. Did I say stew?
What's that?
Chicken, corn, green peppers, chili, onions.
That Johnny Longbow. Trust me, something in his stew will make you stupid. The closest thing to a star in Track of the Moon Beast, that would probably have to be Patrick Wright as the laid-back police captain. Wright was a staple of 70s exploitation flicks. His best role may have been in the car crash classic Cannonball. Not Cannonball Run, just Cannonball. Also, he guest starred as TV tough guys in shows from the Dukes of Hazzard to Dynasty. But the movie does have a Bat connection. It was co-written by Bill Finger, who played an historic role in the golden age of DC Comics. Almost everyone knows that Batman was created by Bob Kane, but it was actually Bill Finger who came up with many classic Bat aspects, like his origin story, the cape and cowl, and he even convinced Kane to base his crime fighter on a bat instead of a bird. The lore is an awesome thing, people. Love the lore. Ned?
Hey everybody, there it was, Doc Moreau's movie lore. He the man, or what? He tells us, we listen, and then we go enjoy movie. It's Track of the Moon Beast. Everybody, let's go. Roll it, Lester, or what? A charcoal briquette?
The angels are cooking Johnsonville brats.
Johnsonville brats, Johnsonville brats, Johnsonville brats.
Stand by camera one. And this special report from KOB Television. The National Aeronautics and Space Agency quotes officials as saying that the asteroid now entering our portion of the solar system poses no threat to Earth. Meanwhile, NASA's viewpoint is substantiated by observatories as far away as Siberia and Peking. However, as might be expected, official sources in Moscow and Peking do have a difference of opinion as to the size and mass of the space intruder. Nevertheless, the world's scientific community is generally agreed on one thing. The asteroid is on a collision course with the moon. After the impact, astronomers will no doubt have to add a new crater to their maps of our already pockmarked moon. In any event, we will interrupt our regular programs to keep you informed of the now certain collision in outer space and to bring you any further bulletins from leading observatories or from NASA.
Any particular reason to stop at that bush?
Hey, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Hi, Paul.
Johnny.
Johnny Longbow. Johnny, what? Sorry for rushing the Halloween season. It was too good to resist. What? You can come out now. Show's over.
Count Dracula at your service.
And better known on campus as Bud Keeler and Janet Price.
Hi, do forgive us.
These, I'm afraid, are two of my students at the university. Unfortunately, I'm saddled with them for my summer field course, just as you were saddled with me.
As I recall, it was you who wore the saddle.
Kinky.
Not quite. You decided to switch from anthropology to mineralogy at the graduate level. Until that point, I thought you had a fair degree of sense.
Was it you that made that god-awful sound? That was me, I'm afraid.
He also does bird calls, but don't get him started.
Janet, like I keep telling you, an anthropology major these days should have more than one talent.
That's a talent? Bird calls?
Tell me they're delirious from the heat.
No, just idiots. Hey now.
I'm Kathy Nolan.
Paul Carlson. Don't tell me you're a student.
Miss Nolan's doing a picture story in the religious customs of the tribes around here, especially my own people. That's why Bud happened to have a ceremonial mask.
Really my idea. I borrowed the mask from the collection at the reservation to do some mood shots on location out here. But when we were heading back and I saw you, and Professor Salina explained you were a friend, well, I'm afraid the bright idea of using it for a practical joke and getting some shots of your reaction was my idea.
Thanks, I'm glad to know.
I'm afraid we got more reaction than I bargained for. I won't use the shot. That's a promise. Am I forgiven?
Of course, Miss Nolan.
Kathy to my friends. We are friends.
We are, Kathy.
And they call the professor Johnny Longbow.
Hey-o.
We were just on our way to Professor Salina's place at the reservation. He's promised us an authentic Indian supper. Won't you join us?
I'd like to, if it's all right with Johnny Longbow.
It's all right with me, no problem at all. Just follow my car.
Why do you call him Johnny Longbow?
Well, it's his Indian name, his tribal one. It translates warrior's bow that reaches long to its mark.
Shame on you, Doc. It's only dirty if you think it is.
Actually, he handles a bow like one of his ancestors.
Hey, friends, we're back on the Ned the Dead Show. Got to bring in my buddy Doc Moreau. Come on in, Big Doc. Here we go. What were you doing out in the wings there, my friend? What was going on out there? What do you have? Oh, boy, he's got visual aids right off the bat. All right. I have contracted a condition involving the receding of the lips, known as Muppet mouth.
Ah! Waka waka!
You're like, that's a problem. Yeah, he's making more intelligent utterances than in weeks past, so it actually works out well. How are you, my friend?
I am fine.
All right. You know, how do you feel about Bunt brand ring cake? I guess this has been on my mind all week. I've been hungry.
What makes the ring is what
do
concerns
you remember
me.
Bunt cake? Have you ever had a Bunt cake?
A Bunt cake.
Yeah, but actually it's called a Bunt brand ring cake. You know, for some reason, I've just had that on my mind in a big way. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now tell me about Track of the Moon Beast.
Well, there's a beast in it, and it's because of the moon that he gets that way.
All right, then. Here's what we're going to do, everybody. We're going to go off and enjoy some more television, and then we're going to come back. Vicky Vixen's going to be here. It's going to be good.
Hey, it's Hasbro. Hasbro makes toys. What's new, Hasbro?
Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head with their own cars and trailers. That's what's new. See, Mr. Potato Head has a car and boat trailer. And there's a car and shopping trailer for his wife, Mrs. Potato Head. It's such fun to do and so easy. Like this. Take any fruit or vegetable. Just stick in eyes, then ears, and then the mouth. You can make the funniest looking people in the whole world. Potato Head people look different every time you make them. Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head with cars and trailers come in $1 and $2 sizes.
What else is new, Hasbro?
A vanity case with toy cosmetics and beautiful accessories and real-looking doctor and nurse kits.
Hasbro makes great toys. It's fun to play with Hasbro.
Hey, everybody, we're back on the Ned the Dead Show. First thing I want to say is thanks to the Marinette Eagle Herald for the awesome spread. And you know what? I'll tell you, fine folks in that Marinette area, and we were awfully happy to talk to them. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
All right. Hey, let's bring in Vicky Vixen, make this show now a little more politically incorrect, yet infinitely more viewable. How you doing, Vic?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Real nice, my friend. Hey, if I were to say moon beast to you, what does that conjure up in your mind?
I don't think you want to know.
No, I do. I actually do want to know. That's why we're here.
Moon beast.
Moon
I'm thinking
beast.
of like little green hairy things that probably just eat your skull.
Sounds
while
like
you're
close.
asleep.
See, to me, it sounds
While
like
you're
the locker
asleep.
room at the Y. To
Gotta
me, the
watch out
moon
for
beast. Because every time after a workout, I'm usually sitting on my
God.
thing. No. I'm putting on after a workout. You know I work out. You can tell by looking at me. Every time I'm sitting on my thing, I'm putting my socks on. Some old man usually comes from the hot tub or whatever, and then he bends to pick up his towel, and right there, that moon beast.
You sure you're not
That's what I
talking
think.
about yourself there?
No. The track
I
of the
think
moon
he
beast is his horrible
lying.
wet footprints that are coming
Quit
from the
lying.
shower. No, that's what it is for me.
I thought you were
Fox.
alluding to the crack of the moon beast.
No.
Sorry.
I said the
God.
which I know.
I need a bucket,
glad you
know?
weren't.
Come on,
Man.
woman, you love this.
Gag me with a
Don't kid us.
spoon.
All right, everybody, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go enjoy more television, right, Victoria?
Enjoy.
Yeah, fine.
Victoria.
Watch more television, and then we'll come home back. So let's go. Get on out of here now.
There's additional word from NASA this evening concerning the asteroid that collided with the moon 2 days ago. Radio telemetry from the seismometers.
Telemetry from the seismometers?
Come on, he's working without a teleprompter.
And
Beyond
spell
the
check.
end of the Richter scale. On Earth, this would be a disturbance that would rival the explosion in the 19th century of the volcanic island of Krakatoa. The impact on the moon has sent off a shower of fragments mixed with pieces of the asteroid. Some of these small fragments will enter Earth's atmosphere tonight, but they will undoubtedly explode into nothing more than a harmless shower of tiny meteorites, according to NASA officials. The greatest concentration of this meteor shower will be over the southwest region of the United States. This meteor shower will be, however, quite harmless, according to the statement from NASA, and likely to provide nothing more than a spectacular sight in the skies. And that's the story of the awesome collision on the moon today. This is Gary Kanan from our news center in Albuquerque.
I didn't schedule a meteor shower as part of the evening entertainment at the reservation. But it should be quite a sight.
This is a great meal, Professor.
That's a great stew. What's in it?
Oh, a lot of things.
No, never ask him what's in the stew.
This movie will never be over.
Chicken, corn, green peppers, chili, onions,
And a whole lot of peyote, I'm guessing.
well, it's an old recipe around here.
Well, if nobody minds, I think I'll have some more. All for the cause of research, naturally.
I'm glad that's what you call it.
You know, I'd like to get some night shots of this area.
Well, if you don't mind me tagging along, I know a few great spots. But they're pretty far away.
That is a lizard.
Oh, sorry. Things like that scare me.
You get used to lizards here. They're quite common. That's why tribes in this area have so many legends about lizards.
Like, what, for instance?
Such as the story of Lizard and Coyote, for instance. In the days before there were men on Earth.
Sounds like it's going to be the Navajo version of Genesis.
Ignore him, Professor. I'd like to hear the story.
It'll have no effect on your grades.
I don't expect it to. I'd just like to hear it.
Well, one day, before man walked on Earth, Lizard and Coyote were having an argument about what shape man would take. Lizard won the argument. They finally agreed that man's hands would be shaped like lizards. 4 fingers and a thumb.
Hey, that's right.
Was that the end of the story?
Not quite. Coyote drove a hard bargain. He agreed that man's hands would be shaped like lizards rather than his paws. But only if man would be mortal. and never again try to be like Lizard.
You see quite a distance up here. Although we've got a lot more air pollution than we're used to. That's Albuquerque over there. And that road leads to Santa Fe, northeast. And the river's over there.
Paul, where are we exactly?
Well, I know where I am.
About 3 minutes from second base.
I'm sorry. We're on the top of Sandia Crest. It's 10,678 feet up or down. Depending on where you are and your point of view. Yeah, I'd like to come up here at night. It's one of my favorite places on Earth. It's always so peaceful, so quiet. Somehow above the rest of my life. Right on schedule.
Paul, what's wrong? What is it? Paul, are you all right? What happened?
Meteorite. A lunar meteorite.
A meteorite?
We heard about it earlier on TV.
Yes, but here?
Oh, we're right in the area where they're due to fall. I guess we can consider ourselves lucky. What's the matter?
You've got a scratch or something on your forehead.
I don't feel anything.
Oh, no, don't touch it. Let me do that.
I must have bumped it when we hit the dirt.
Let me clean it up anyway. See, you were bleeding.
That's nothing. Hey, Kathy. Look at that. That'll make a great souvenir. My own personal moon rock.
Moon rock? Oh, wow.
Did I say something wrong?
No, but you just reminded me. I'm supposed to go into town tomorrow. There's a NASA exhibit at the university, and I'm supposed to cover it.
That's a great idea. We'll go to the exhibit, then we'll have some supper, then we'll go out afterwards. Just in case the moon rock hasn't cooled off. It's cool enough to travel now.
Have you got a first aid kit in that bag?
A few things. Why?
I'm still worried about that cut on your head. It could get infected.
Look, I don't live far from here. And I've got all kinds of antiseptic in my medicine cabinet at my place.
See what he did there?
Way to work that meteorite.
Oh.
Your place?
My place.
Fine. Your place, then.
Hey, everybody, we're back on the Ned the Dead Show. We're talking lingonberries. What do you...
Sound like dingleberries?
No, well, maybe in your world it is, depending on whether you're from Gottsburg or not.
You got dingleberries, don't you?
Do you know where Gottsburg is? Is that a Swedish town? Gottsburg it is, isn't that? I believe it is. G-O-T-S.
I have no idea.
You know what I'm thinking, though? Lingonberry, because they have it up in Door County or whatever. I think that's something perpetuated. It's a joke perpetuated by Al Johnson on the rest of the world. You know what I'm saying? I think Al made that up. He says, we'll put goats on the ceiling, then we'll call it lingonberry.
I need a drink.
All right, here, let's go get one.
Take her in and fill her up with, that's right, brand new Marathon Super M. Super M is tomorrow's gasoline today. The highest octane gasoline in marathon history for the highest compression cars on the road. Get full power performance with brand new Marathon Super M.
Yes, fill her up with Super M. Then drive on and on with Marathon. It's best in the long run.
Hey, everybody, we're back on the Ned the Dead Show. You know, I like how everything flows and moves, and what do you like it? I mean, it's not so smooth. I mean, I used to feel rough and more choppy in my life, and now I have a certain smoothness. In fact, people that I've known for a long time, they'll say, dude, when did you get so smooth? And I think, hopefully they don't make that noise
like
too many
old
times.
whiskey.
Could you make that noise again by yourself for a minute? Go ahead. Please. That would be the last one of those. You people at home are, you're actually, pulling the covers up real tight at that point.
And now, it's time for the Small Town News with Steve.
Hey there, Ned. Glad to be here again with the Small Town News. It's gosh darn it. You just missed Pete Long. He was in here talking to me. He's the International Greater Lake Polar Bear Champion. He's kind of explaining the nuances of the sport to me. He says the competition jumping is pretty much the same as the regular, only different. He says when you're competing, when you come out of the water, they put a tape to you. He who shrinks the least wins. He said competition was stiff again this year, with the Canadians putting together a good team and the Russians again fielding another good one. But once again, as always, controversy surrounded the team put forth by the African nationals. I think a handicap system may be in the works for next year. That's all I got there, Ned. So keep your tip up and stay off the cracks.
What's up, Doc? What's the matter, man? Steve? I know. I'll tell you what. I believe that pretty soon it's going to be the Steve Show with Ned the Dead and Doc Moreau. So, ladies, please do not, let's not make that happen anytime too soon.
Steve, the small-town cable guy.
I'll tell you what,
coming.
Very interesting cat and a real nice guy. Hey, we're going to have him here in the booth with us later on in the show, so stick around for that. He's that big now that he's starting to drive interest in the last...
A lot of play in the plank.
Oh, I know. In the plank, she's got a lot of... It helps the hand. Get.
I gather nobody's home.
My mother's in Europe. She travels a lot. real Paul Carlson has stood up. What do you think?
I think you've spent a lot of your life being lonely.
When your parents are divorced, you get used to it. I'd like you to meet a friend of mine. Hey, his name is Ty.
Ty?
Short for Tyrannosaurus.
Sounds like something in a museum.
It is, usually. Ty looks a lot like a dinosaur. Or like the dragon the Indians call Avenue.
Thank you for introducing me to your friend.
Well, I hope he didn't frighten you.
Paul. It's us I'm really frightened about.
Kathy.
Now, slip her the tongue like this.
Excuse me, I want to get a closer look at this moon rock.
Paul! Paul, what happened?
I guess I blacked out. I'm okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just need some fresh air.
Quick, Kathy, hand him a bucket. We're about to find out what's really in Johnny Longbow's stew.
My voice been getting froggy. I've been smoking too damn much. Singing songs to the sun that's rising, rhyming words I cannot touch. Oh, I've been wandering in circles with just a guitar in my hand, playing one too many bar rooms and drinking more than I can stand. California lady, won't you bring your love to me? California lady, she's the one I want to see, my California lady.
Do a lot better off if we take you home. Like now.
Johnny's right, Paul. You're going home.
I'm hung out in Chicago with a California mind. Oh, lady love and Lord above, these city mountains aren't my kind. Oh, I've been wandering in circles with just a guitar in my hand, playing all them funky bar rooms and drinking more than I can stand. California lady, won't you bring your love to me? California lady, she's the one I want to see, my California lady, my California lady, my California lady.
I'm just not sure. Leaving him alone.
It's the best way. Paul's still learning a lot of things.
Such as?
Such as how to accept help from other people. He's used to doing things for himself. He's been a loner a long time. It's not easy to change.
Even so.
Tell you what. If Paul calls me during the night, I'll call you. shut? How's that?
I'll buy that. And if Paul calls me first?
Well, that's just crazy talk.
Cat!
Do you like the concert?
We just bust. All you have to do is yell cat. He just busts a gun. Go ahead.
Wow.
Did I like the concert?
Yes, the California lady people. You know, they got a feel just like the Eagles, but you know, it's too bad that the Eagles do too. You guys.
Yeah,
man.
Those Eagles. Yeah.
I don't know
what
what's
a bummer
creepy
life
about-
they've had.
Is the music creepy, or is it that Johnny Longbow went along on the date?
Johnny
with
Longbow.
Paul and Kathy.
Oh, I know. It's very, very upsetting.
What was up
Here,
with
I
that?
tell you what. Forget all that. Cat!
Oh, Carmen.
There's the laugh. Oh, there it is. All right, everybody. Here's what we're gonna do. I didn't mean forget all that. I know you pour yourself out for the people, and I just say cat. Let's go. Let's go.
An invisible man?
The most invisible man. Like this new kind of hairdressing. Code 10 for men. A most invisible way to groom a man's hair all day. When Code 10 and an old-fashioned cream are rubbed into identical blotters, the cream leaves a messy blob. Code 10 disappears like it disappears into your hair. Get new Code 10. The hairdressing for men.
Hey, everybody, we're back at the old Dead the Dead show.
You smell that?
And I do. It smells
smell
like
that?
smells kind of like if you take smoked fish and then you just leave her out for a few days until it gets that kind of almost leathery. You know, you can actually wear or use smoked fish. When you leave it out for a while, it gets kind of a leathery exterior. That's nice. Oh, yeah. Gets kind of a hard sheen. Speaking of that, everybody, we got our friend Eddie's here today.
Eddie, that's what I'm.
What do you think? It's Eddie,
that
friends.
explains that.
Oh, look at that. We want to give you the big, you know, they sit as though they're kind of in what do they call it when they're...
Hey, put those clothes on.
Yeah, they're in suspended animation back here, and eventually they just break out. And how does that welcome? How does that make you feel?
You know what the hell? I tell you, I got such a smile. It's just a warm glow in the cockles
Show them
of my
the smile
heart.
one time. Let's see that.
Oh.
Look at that. It's just something about that upsets. You know what I mean?
Hey, you know, I've been wondering this about Doc here. You know, you look at all the white, I mean, the nice press in his lab.
Oh, I know, it's nice.
You know, I gotta wonder, hey, for us weirdos here that wear makeup, how do you get your white so white?
I just wipe my eyebrows on them. See?
Yeah.
Especially over the Ned Schmutz here.
Yeah, the schmutz.
The
Don't
Ned
be.
Schmutz.
Actually, we're going to be selling that on our website soon. Ned
Schmutz.
Schmutz. Yeah, that's going to be. Oh, that's going to be a pretty
Get
penny
your
for that
own.
stuff.
Get your
All right,
own.
everybody, let's get on out of here back, and we'll come back later.
What? You can't decide whether to call the chick or the Indian, can you? You idiot.
That concludes the national news. Now turning to the news of the local Albuquerque area. 25 people were stranded this afternoon for over 4 hours on the Sandia Cable lift.
Is she wearing a Snuggie?
Or is it wearing her?
The lift was halted due to a severe thunder and lightning storm which swept through the Sandia Range at approximately 2 o'clock this afternoon. No major injuries were reported, although 7 people did request hospitalization. Also stranded atop the crest were some 300 people who were vacationing.
Oh, go to hell, Sid. I told you what was going to happen when you came home again from that bowling alley drunk. I'm going to bed. And you can just sleep it off out there. Go to hell.
Who's there? Thanks, Kramer, for bringing the professor.
Oh, Mark? What happened here?
A killing. A messy one. The medical examiner's report being phoned in?
I'll make sure I'll have a copy at your desk when you get back, Captain.
Good. Let me have copies of the other reports, too. All of them.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Check in the house and see if you can lend a hand. Now I'll tell you exactly why I asked you here.
I was wondering. It sounded urgent.
It's because I need an opinion from you.
My field isn't medicine. You know that, Mark.
I know.
Well, what then?
One problem with being a cop is that eventually you think you've seen everything. Well, this morning I found out I was wrong. This is different. Which one is him? The woman had a weak heart, and what she saw when she opened the door apparently finished her. There's no report of any violence on her. But take a look at the man. What kind of thing would cut up someone like that?
Could have been a mountain lion, Mac.
No, Johnny. Not that easy. Let's show you something one of my men found at the back of the house.
Not sure I'd want to go around the back of the house with Captain Grabby there, you know what I'm saying?
Whatever. Killed Harris must have tripped over the garden hose and grabbed at the side of the house for support. Take a break. I'll check things here.
You're right. That wasn't made by a mountain lion. That mark was made by a human hand.
Well, I would agree with you except for one thing. You tell me what kind of human makes a footprint like that. Now you get the picture, Jeff? When I got that radio call, I thought someone had made a real goof. But when I saw Harris, I had to believe it. Harris was killed by some kind of thing that was nearly 7 feet tall. Had hands with claws on the fingers. And walked on feet like I've never seen before. Now that's why I had to bring you here, Johnny. Now you're right, this is not some kind of medical problem. I don't know what kind of problem it is.
You're an anthropologist, Johnny. I thought, well, just maybe, you might be able to help us with this.
Well, I can't tell you. I've seen a track like that before.
Where?
In a museum. A fossil track. Several million years old. Have you men made a plastic cast of the track? We might get a better answer from the paleontology department at the university. The department head, Dietz, he's a friend of mine.
Let's go now. The casting should be ready.
Hey, everybody, we're back on the Ned the Dead Show. Eddie, how you doing, my friend?
Oh, hey, no,
you
I'm doing well.
These things are actually beginning to seep. You turn towards the camera. They actually have holes in them, and a lot like, I had a carbuncle one time that, actually, I think it was a Hubertus. It was one, there's a carbuncle, and then you get a big Hubertus, you know, and I had it.
You got to lance that Hubertus.
Oh, no, it was a big one to the point where, and it's like these, where it actually, you know, it was nice. I mean,
with attitude.
How can
it did, with the attitude, much like you, my friend.
How can you look him in the face and say that?
You're a lot
How
like
can you look him in the face?
You're a lot like an oozing Hubertus. You come out with attitude.
Good furniture resents dusting with only a dust cloth. Don't give up. Try Pledge with your dust cloth. Pledge removes dirt, smudges, ordinary dusting can't. Cleans and waxes. Leaves a beautiful hard wax shine. Use Johnson's Pledge for waxed beauty instantly as you dust. Every time you dust.
Hey kids, we're back on the old fabulous Ned the Dead Show. It's actually the new Ned the Dead Show. I haven't been doing much spanking, have I? I'm getting this plank is velvety. There's a certain velveteen. It's like the velveteen rabbit. It makes me want to drink tea and lick the outside of a scone. Have you ever eaten this? I lick scones. Well, they're so dry. I just like to lick them. I don't eat them. I lick. And a scone lasts a damn long time if you just lick it. You know what I'm saying?
If you pre-moisten them.
Well, no. That's all. I lick the outside. It's like a salt lick for me. It's a scone lick. I do that. Now, speaking of scone, we're actually premiering a little thing. It's called Sconywood, right? Now, we're not premiering, but whatever. Sconywood is our chance to show films from around here, from Wisconsin, from our area. You can call it Sconywood if you want. You can lick the scone. This week's is called They Came From Where? They Came From the Stars. It's Jonathan Kupski. Took his brewski, put her in the cupski, and made this.
Tarnation is that?
What is it, Jimmy John?
I think it's space invaders from outer space.
Well, where'd it come from?
I think they came from the stars.
You mean like space invaders? They come to probe us?
No, I think we're okay. I think it's one of them government UFOs from like Roswell or something.
Well, what do we do?
You better go inside and call the sheriff.
Look, Pa, there's something come out of the ship.
Well, I'm gonna go check it out. You just go inside, little lady.
Hello, Ethel. Connect me into Chef Bobob right quick.
Yeah, I remember that one. Cigarette?
Oh, thank you, Dr. Andy. Haven't had one in a few minutes.
Discovered down at the lab that they have tremendous health benefits. They can extend your lifespan by up to 13 years.
13
Proven
years?
fact.
Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, hold on a second. Yeah, Ethel, patch it through. Whoa. Calm down, Jenny Jones. Calm down. Okay, tell me exactly what's going on. Space invaders, you don't say. Space invaders! We'll be right there.
What is it, Sheriff Bobob?
That was the Johnsons on the old Johnsons ranch. They've been invaded by space invaders.
Space invaders? I should go along and help. I work at the old UFO Research Center on Route 10.
Sounds good, Dr. Handy. I could use some help. Let's get going.
I'll try my extra matter versalizer gun on it. By my calculations, it's the only thing that'll work.
Whoa, Doctor. I'm the peace officer here. I get to shoot the thing.
I wanted to shoot it.
A little less kick than I expected. Now what?
I don't know. It didn't kill it. What could work?
I know what'll work.
And to think, the only thing that could stop it was a silly old gun.
Oh, God.
What is she wearing now?
Yeah, you don't see terry cloth much anymore.
Man, the 70s had it all.
Wake up. Wake up. I decided to make breakfast for us while you hit the shower. Paul!
I agree with Professor Salinas. Your casting here is that of the left hind foot of some form of reptile, some very, very large lizard.
Speaking of which, check out Captain Grabby now.
I know. At least now he's inappropriately touching himself.
I still can't believe that there are lizards that big in New Mexico, or anywhere else for that matter.
Sorry, Captain McCabe, you're wrong about that. There is a lizard we call Varnus comodensis. There's some photos of him over in the paleontology lab, who grows to be all of 10 feet long. He's quite a fellow. The Indonesians call him the Komodo dragon.
Gee, is it possible that one of these lizards is here? Somehow.
I don't think so. And if there were one somehow on the loose, it wouldn't be what you're looking for. The Komodo dragon walks on 4 feet. This indicates a lizard that can walk upright. Some form of reptile closely related to the Tyrannosaurus rex.
Thanks, Johnny. But how in the hell am I going to tell the commissioner or anyone down at City Hall? A man was killed on the doorstep of his own home last night by some kind of dinosaur.
today, Paul?
Oh, a lot better than yesterday.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, they're pretty good. But you should see Johnny work with the bow. Our scholarly anthropologist here was the conference archery champ in college. I've seen his trophies. How about a little demonstration for our camp?
All right. Come on, Johnny Longbow. I'd like to see you live up to your name.
Keep your pants on there, Longbow.
Johnny made everything himself. Even the arrowheads. Everything is authentic Indian. Okay, Johnny. Now let's really impress the lady from New York.
Hold this.
Paul!
I think he overdid it by coming out here today. Better get him home, Kathy.
Oh, no. You're not talking me out of it this time. I'm staying. You need looking after. Did you take the aspirins?
Yes, Master.
There. That's better. Dark and restful. You should be able to sleep now. If you should need anything, I'll be right in the den, okay?
Okay.
I know who the killer is. Of course, it all makes sense.
Who?
The cameraman.
Shut up. Kids, we're back on the Dead Show. You know what I have to say? Even though, you know, Doc Moreau is probably more on the show than I am. How did it ever get to be called the Ned the Dead Show? When is it going to flip? Pretty soon, I think, what are we going to call it? The Doc Moreau Show?
Well, you need your own lore segment or something.
I know.
So
I'm going to need. I know.
Have some space to yourself.
Eventually, I'm going to have to get a piece of this show. I may have to actually have a bit during the show where I'm on.
I love the lore bit. Minute 20, all to me.
No, I know. Well, I know you do. Well, that's okay because I can go ahead and dominate like crazy. But I really do. I may have to get a bit of my own on this show. I'm not sure. All right, everybody, let's get it.
Oh, no, not Sue. A great big frown, too? Sure, but that was yesterday. Today, she's fine. The smile is back. Wow, what a difference. What happened? Mother knew she had temporary irregularity, so she gave her gentle Fletcher's Castoria, depended on by more mothers than any other laxative to correct irregularity in children of all ages. You see, Fletcher's Castoria gives children the gentle relief they need. Unlike strong adult laxatives, Castoria contains no harsh drugs. It's made from nature's finest vegetable laxative. And Castoria is so easy to give, so easy to take. It's liquid, so exact dosage is easy. And Castoria tastes good. So when temporary irregularity occurs in your home, do as most mothers do. Give mild, good-tasting Fletcher's Castoria, the only nationally recognized laxative made to meet the special needs of infants and growing children.
Hey, everybody, it's the Ned the Dead Show. We are back at you. Hey, without any further ado, let's bring in Big Steve. Steve, come on in here.
Don't worry, just sit in the car. I'll be right out. I'm just going to see if they're open.
What, is that your is that your border collie you're talking to?
That's my brother's sister. She comes along and drives because I tend to drink a little too much when we're out on the town.
Well, I love the fact that you do have a designated driver. That's awfully
Doctor,
cool.
nice to meet you.
Hey, Steve. And it's neat to know that you...
Nice to be here
on
the show.
Is there a time that you don't wear the gloves? Is that, or do you wear those all the time?
I've always got to be prepared. They say, put a glove on it, you put a glove on it.
So I just touched the glove?
Words of wisdom.
Because this right here is a big thrill for me to be on the show.
Well, sir, we're happy to have you.
This show, go ahead.
The ladies love you. So, normally I don't like to have on dudes that the ladies love, but you're driving ratings and you're spectacular that way.
Well, thank you very much. This reminds me of a time way back, probably back in the old show. And I was sitting around watching the TV with my mom on the Davenport, and you were on the TV. Roll it, Lester. And I said to my mom, Mom, I'm thinking about dropping out of the high school. And she looked at me and she said, and I'll never forget this. She said, Steve, if you drop out of the high school now, you'll probably end up in some dead-end job like that clown there on the TV.
And look!
So I said, no. And here we are 20 years later, and I'm on the Ned the Dead Show. You're right, Mom. I made it.
He come full circle. Let's get out of here, everybody. You come full circle.
You're in for two. How about you, Earl?
I'm going to stay for two.
Okay, how many cards?
I'll take a pair.
A pair will never win this game. A pair will never win this game, friend.
I'm going to say same thing as he does.
Okay. Two for you and two winning cards for the big winner of the night. Okay?
Man, I've heard of breaking up a card game.
But not the card players.
Paul. find you anywhere in the house. I got so worried. What are you doing out here?
It was so warm in my room. I couldn't get back to sleep.
But it must have been chilly out here last night. You could have caught cold. All you men are alike. Sometimes you act like such big babies. Come on. I'll make you some breakfast.
He was still alive when we found them. The man was pretty far gone in shock. But he did manage to say something about a lizard. A big lizard. A big lizard that walked like a man.
Seems to me I've heard that expression before.
Maybe. Something your friend Dietz said about a dinosaur?
The tyrannosaurs. Well, there have been discoveries of supposedly extinct creatures dating back to the dinosaur age. Ancient life forms that are still alive today.
Maybe there is a dinosaur still alive. Up in the hills. Something drove it out of the hills. Now it's on the loose.
Professor Salina, those poor men murdered in the hills last night. Have the police found out who did it?
Only some theories. That's all so far. Were those the reason for all that laughter when I drove up?
They're the pictures Kathy took at the NASA exhibit. You should see the one of Bud looking at the girl in the tight jumpsuit. His eyes were popping out.
What happened in this shot?
Oh, this one. I don't really know. It's probably a light leak or a lab error. It's on the original transparency, too. I was going to check with the lab in town later.
How is he, by the way?
Paul? He seemed a little better when Janet and Bud called for me before, but he still had a headache. I'm worried about him. Those headaches he's been having.
He's been having those headaches since the day after that meteor shower. Didn't you tell me he hit his head in the ground that night? When he tried to shield you from that meteorite that exploded.
That's right. He got a cut on his head.
A cut?
More like a scratch. Just a little one.
It's possible Paul may have gotten more than a scratch. A light concussion, maybe.
Then you think...
But don't worry. I said it might be a light concussion. It's nothing really serious. I'll tell you what. I'll pick up Paul on my way. Take him to a hospital. St. Joseph's will be the best. They'll do a cranial x-ray, check him out. He'll be back to normal and back to you in no time at all. The lab that did this print, it's near the hospital. I'll have that light streak checked out. Save your trip. Hurry up, Slowpoke. I want to get you off my hands. Then, your lady can take over.
Johnny, you're one hell of a guy.
White man, speak with forked tongue.
Oh, quick, let me write that down.
Hurry up with you. I got other things to do. What happened here? Where's Ty?
I don't know. He must have broken out the night before last. Something scared him. Maybe the meteor shower.
Is this the meteorite you found?
Small personal moon rock. Funny thing, I've looked through every text I have on mineralogy. And I can't find anything like it. Of course, I haven't run a series of tests on it.
You mind if I borrow your moon rock for a couple of days?
Sure, go ahead. I was going to take it to the geology lab anyway. Maybe they can find the answer to it. I can't.
But right now, we're going to take you over to St. Joe's. Maybe they can find an answer to what's been bugging you.
That's it. You can get dressed now.
I finished with your friend. It'll take about 20 minutes or so to process the plates. Dr. Sutton's expecting you. He left word you'd wait in his office. Thanks. How do you feel?
Not bad.
Good. While you're waiting, I might as well do an errand near here. I'll be back in a little while.
No sweat.
Then it's not just some kind of error in printing, Mr. Hamill.
Definitely not. I remember looking at the originals on that roll myself. What you see is what happened. I can't explain it, but it's not our fault or the fault of the film.
Have you ever seen anything like that before?
Never. I've been in this business for years.
I'm Dr. Sutton. Would you come this way, please? I've looked at your x-rays.
And?
We don't usually discuss them with patients, but this isn't a usual case, Mr. Carlson. This is the normal situation, just to give you an idea. And this is the one we took of you.
What does it mean? What's happened to me?
You've been hit by a small particle of matter of some kind. Not enough to cause any pain because of the high speed, but it is there.
Then something's inside my head?
Yes.
Mostly dirty thoughts.
Tell me, have you been eating Johnny Longbow's stew?
That'll do it.
It's not uncommon. There have been cases where servicemen have survived with small particles of shrapnel embedded in their brain.
This wasn't shrapnel, Doctor.
So I understood. A meteorite, you said?
What happens now?
Now? Now we're going to keep you here for a few more days for observation. We're going to take more x-rays. If that area doesn't clear up, we're going to do something about it, surgically.
Hey, kids, we're back on the Ned the Dead Show with Big
Got
Steve,
back
Doc
on the
Moreau.
show.
What do you think, my friend?
I think it's great, and I got one little thing to say to you kids and young people watching the show. If you don't aim too high and you keep your expectations low, the dropping out of school just might work for you.
Very nice.
And the dreams do come true here on the Net.
All right,
Show,
time for you to go, my
starring
friend.
Doc Moreau.
Time for Steve. All right, Steve.
Thank you, guys.
Keep your tip up, my friend. Whatever he
tip
says
up
about
and
that.
stay off the
I'll tell
cracks.
you.
What he said.
So, once again, we don't recommend all of what he just said, but we're darn happy to have him here on the old Ned the Dead Show. Yeah.
Tropi-Kai, a new flavored delicacy from Dole of Hawaii. Tropi-Kai brings together all the luscious tropical fruits you'd enjoy at a Hawaiian luau. Tangy passion fruit, delicately spicy guava, mellow papaya, fresh Hawaiian pineapple, and bananas. You get all their fragrance and flavor in new Tropi-Kai, mixed Hawaiian fruits by Dole. It's a delightful new combination with an unusual new taste. Try Tropi-Kai for glamorous jiffy desserts, for sparkling salads. Try Tropi-Kai in all the ways you usually serve fruit. It's the new flavored delicacy from Dole of Hawaii. Tropi-Kai, mixed Hawaiian fruits by Dole.
And now, it's time for Things We Like to Enjoy.
Sorry, I tricked you guys. You know, you can actually act like humans. Even though the camera's moving and stuff like that, we don't have to. We're not statues. We can move. You guys can move.
But you're a zombie.
All right, everybody, here we go. We have a segment called Things We
know.
Like to Enjoy.
What is he?
Now, the things that we like to enjoy can be, they can be virtually anything. We can like to enjoy letters that you've sent in.
Letters.
We can like to enjoy moments in the sun where the birds land on us as we're asleep and peck our navels to get the delights. That's things we like to enjoy.
We can like to enjoy to take long walks on the beach.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, and I've heard that stuff before too. Here's what we were going to enjoy, and we were all really excited. We were going to enjoy a freshly packed Snuggie, which we have somewhere here, the bag with the Snuggie in it. So it was going to be a big moment where we unveiled the Snuggie, and we showed you, and we, wrap Vicky up in the Snuggie.
I'm always being wrapped up in
the
something.
Snuggie. It was going to be good, and unfortunately, we discovered that a Snuggie has more static electricity than many actual power plants do. And in fact, if you were to take a Snuggie and just do like this for a while, you could actually heat all of Brown County for 5 years based on the electricity that comes off that. Here's the bag with the Snuggie in it, just to prove it, and here the offensive Snuggie itself. Now, having said that, I know. I actually have a Snuggie at home, and I really enjoy wearing it, except for the fact that every bit of loose hair in a 4-mile radius is somehow connected to this Snuggie. I wore it for the first day for about 15 minutes. I looked like the Sasquatch. Of course, we have 3 cats and a dog in the house. Every piece of hair.
Folks.
I know, right? I have some Sasquatch properties. Anyway, if you know what I mean. I know you do.
I wish I didn't.
I know. Well, I know, but sadly she does. So the things we like to enjoy are things that we don't get.
You missed it.
I made these photos several years ago when I was doing research for my doctorate. They just might have a connection to your killer lizard.
Well, at this point, I'd settle for anything in the way of a lead. Well, let's see him.
This is the first scene in the deer hide painting I was shown. Not many people have seen it. It's something like 400 years old.
What's happening to the Indian in the painting?
It's the beginning of the story. He's being struck by a light that comes down from the sky.
Well, what happened to him?
See for yourself. Whatever struck him from the sky changed him completely from human form. He became a demon lizard monster. Arrows had no effect on him.
Well, how'd they get rid of this demon lizard?
They didn't, but it died anyway. It was consumed by fire. But where the flames came from, nobody knows. That's a mystery. And it's still a mystery after 400 years. I know what you're thinking.
Why are you always wearing the same outfit?
And how come I keep getting my thumb stuck in my belt?
It's only an Indian legend, part of our tribal culture. I know, it's fantastic, but it's the one thing that ties in with what the fisherman said. He said the camp was attacked by a lizard that walked like a man. Now, I want your help, Mac.
Well, we've got the place to ourselves. I had them close up early on my authority, and I hope this proves something. I'll know in a minute. I never thought I'd see the day when I try to solve a case with Indian superstition.
We are just about to find out.
Why'd he do that?
I'm guessing no glove, no moon rock love.
Ew.
It should be somewhere. Just about here.
What was that?
I don't really know. My guess is that there's some unusual element in this fragment that synchronizes with that larger mass over there. And it produces some kind of
Energy reaction.
You mean this energy, or whatever it is, it'll turn a human into a monster? Just like in those werewolf tales? When there's a full moon in Transylvania? Johnny, I've known you for a long time.
You've been eating your own stew again, ain't you?
You gotta be kidding.
I wish I was kidding, Mac. I'm not. Now, there is an answer. But I think I know what it is. And it makes me sick to think about it. If what you say is true, the X-rays, the way the meteorite reacted, and your Indian legend, then there's something I've got to know for my own peace of mind.
Maybe rough, boy. He's right, Paul. Nobody knows what may happen.
Let's find out. How much time do I have?
Be sundown in half an hour. The moon will be up an hour or so after that.
Before anything happens, I want to talk to Kathy.
I'm sure that can be arranged. She's at the reservation. I'll phone her now.
Hey folks, how you doing? I like spanking planks and panking planks and poop and pop.
Oh, sorry about
yes,
that, poop. You said the P word.
I am old. Yes.
The heck are you
You
talking
will
about?
like me. My show is awesome. Like it. Send us stuff. Lots of stuff. Like money or something. Because that'd be awesome. Rolling Lister.
Yeah, 30 seconds is a long time, isn't it, there,
Yes.
Mickey?
Tracy to kids, Tracy to kids. Come in, kids. Come in, kids. It's here at last, the new Dick Tracy two-way wrist radio that keeps you in constant touch with your buddies. Easy to work. Up antenna, switch on, press talk button, and you broadcast from room to room and even house to house. No wires needed, yet voices travel back and forth. Radio on the open road from one bike to another, or when out hiking.
Dad, I found a bear's cave.
Be right down, son.
The powerful, fully transistorized Dick Tracy two-way wrist radio is a real electronic instrument.
Make sure all the fellows get their A-OK Dick Tracy wrist radio so they can keep in touch. Over and out.
The one and only Dick Tracy wrist radio, wherever American toys are sold.
Hey, everybody, we're back on the Dead and Dead Show. Have you noticed just the fluidity and the feel of the bulb? Do you wish you had a bulb over there?
So you spank the plank. What do you do to the bulb?
Well, they've always,
bat the bulb?
You know, what I used to do is with the bulb is go, lights bulb! That's it. Was when I was younger, and I had to, now I got to conserve energy. So now I just do this deal. It's like an old man sitting in a chaise lounge. Hey, could I have another pina colada? What the heck? I'm just doing this business all day.
Let me ask you, sir, are you enjoying our movie from the 70s?
Oh, I love it, yeah.
Mini skirts. You know, the boots have come back.
Well, when
Kathy's wearing the boots, and they're now back in style.
I, of course, grew up in the 70s and enjoyed some time in the 70s. And
that's what they tell me.
Say, oh, it was some kind of fun. Get out of here now.
There's some idea of what he might have to go through just to prepare.
I'll try. Kathy,
I'll just talk to you before go in there.
we've had to move Paul to another room. Isn't there?
Why is he in there? Why are these policemen here?
We're not sure what may happen to Paul after the moonrise. In fact, moving him here was his idea.
But surely...
Kathy, see, this is a hospital. We can't afford to take any chances. The moon is a strong effect on the earth. Look what it can do to the tides. Paul's case, it may trigger a whole set of changes. A temporary mutation.
I want to see him. Now. Please.
Nearly sundown now. She shouldn't be in there much longer.
All right, I'll get her. Kathy? Kathy?
Thanks, Johnny.
Can I take you home?
No, thank you anyway.
No trouble, miss. One of my men can take you home.
Thank you, Captain. I'll be all right. I'd like to stay here at the hospital.
No way. He's been staring at that clock for an hour and 25 minutes.
Well, with his thumb stuck in his belt, what else is he gonna do?
The moon is up now. I hope you were right.
I don't. I hope you're wrong.
Well, we'll know in a few minutes.
Something's happening. Then it's true.
Dude, you had like 8 nostrils at one point.
And your polka dot PJs turned into tighty whities.
It was awesome.
It was me.
I killed all those people.
It wasn't your fault, son. They won't convict you. They won't even blame you once the people know the facts.
We'll soon have you back to normal, Paul. Do I need these now? No. Dr. Sutton's been in touch with NASA about your case. They're sending one of their top lunar scientists and one of the finest brain surgeons in the country. See that particle of meteor in the front part of your brain? It's causing the problem. When it's removed, you won't have a thing to worry about. You can go back to leading your normal life.
Next, the surgeon will remove the captain's thumbs from his belt.
I'd like to see Kathy. Please.
Would you fasten your seatbelts, please? We'll be landing shortly.
When are we due in Albuquerque?
In about 20 minutes. The captain got a message a few minutes ago. You and Dr. Lawrence will be met at the airport.
Thank you. May we get off first, please? We just have some hand luggage.
That's also been arranged. You and Dr. Rizzo are to be given every cooperation.
I must admit I was pretty startled last night when I got the call.
So was I. I've never come up against a case anything like it. And I've had a few unusual ones, I must say.
We've been worried at NASA all through the Apollo program about the possibility that something could cause a mutated life form. Nothing ever happened.
Until now.
Oh, Paul. This is Dr. Rizzo.
How are you, Paul? I'm going to be operating on you in just a little while.
Glad to see you. What happens now?
We're going to make another set of x-rays just to check on the particle. The new set will give us an exact pinpointing of the spot in the left frontal lobe where it is.
I thought you should see these right away, Doctor.
I think we should look at these inside.
What's the matter?
I don't know, but I'll try to find out.
If you look at the difference in the affected areas, you'll notice considerable change, Doctor. There's been a definite growth.
From the look of it, I'd say the particle in that young man's brain has disintegrated, and energy factors are spreading through his entire system. No question about it.
Isn't there any way of neutralizing the effect, Doctor? That's your field, Dr. Lawrence. So there's something that can be done?
We're dealing with a brand new unstable element here, one we've never seen before. We don't know its characteristics, atomic structure, how it reacts. There's a chance. There's always a chance. Eventually, by doing research on the meteorite fragment you showed me, well, we might learn how to cure your friend. But the time...
You're saying by then it'd be too late.
I can't give you the timing exactly, but more or less what's going to happen is that the very presence of the moon itself, a moon rock of gigantic size, if you will have a recurring effect on your friend's mutation every night, just as the energy emitted by that particle in his brain was triggered by the small moon rock at our exhibit here. Eventually, the diffusion throughout his body will be complete. And at that point, the situation will be atomically unstable.
Then the energy is released all at once. A form of explosion.
Exactly. And when it happens, your young friend will be consumed by it.
I've got to talk to you now. Let's go. The demon in the tribal painting. Self-consumed. One Indian mystery solved.
Hey, everybody, it's the Ned the Dead Show. Ned the Dead, Doc Moreau. How are you, Doc? Doc, it's a lot like having a puppy.
I am a chicken.
He's a lot like...
Jet pilots wear them. Skydivers wear them. Racing drivers wear them. And now you can join the men of action with the most amazing speed helmet ever made, the exciting new Super Helmet 7. Afoot, afloat, racing, driving, bike riding, helps keep you safe even at night. Only Super Helmet 7 does all this. 1, red flasher signals automatically. 2, tinted goggles protect your eyes. 3, left and right direction lights. 4, reflector shows you're up ahead. 5, warning buzzer clears the way. 6, Super Helmet 7 absorbs the shock. 7, powerful headlight flashlight. It's removable. Boys who dare will want to wear new Super Helmet Helmet 7. Super Helmet 7. Super Helmet 7.
Hey everybody, it's the velveteen movement, the soft symmetry, the, have you ever said soft? Stop, Dad. I'll tell you what, let me just say, they certainly don't let him go buy furniture. You know what I'm saying? You picture him over at Van Reedy's doing that on all the chairs.
Let's see, I don't know. I just can't imagine my butt print on that one. Give me a minute.
Go ahead, do that little, show me that again. Show me that little thing. You know, Fred, stop. Why do the noises have to?
Don't spank my cheek.
Why can I did? Why can? Oh, and he now has horrible facial.
There's a lot
damage.
of play in the
No,
plank.
but why is it that again? Why do you have to accompany it with that horrible deep breathing? Because I can rub myself on fabric without going.
It just comes out.
Oh, Paul, why couldn't there be time for us?
And by us, I mean me.
There isn't. And that's why I'm going away. Now, if I'm gonna die, I want to die looking like a man, not like a monster.
Paul, don't.
I need a few minutes. I've got to get away from here.
Get away where?
I don't know. But I can't stand being locked up here again.
Will I see you again?
And by see you again, I mean you.
I don't know. I want you to go back to Dr. Sutton's office. And if anybody asks where I am, I want you to tell them I'm on the roof. That'll keep him busy enough for a few minutes. Long enough for me.
I won't do it.
Kathy. Please. Do it for my sake. Do it because we love each other.
Oh, Paul. Why did this have to happen to you?
And by you again, I mean me.
It did happen. That's all I know.
I'm just gonna leave my hog running and go inside, okay?
Don't nobody steal it or nothing.
Stunts I've ever seen. Does that kid think he can get away?
He's not trying to get away. You don't understand. You just don't.
A search has begun to locate a young
Yes, sir.
male patient.
What can I do for you?
From a serious headache.
I'd like
Who
a
escaped a short
12-gauge
time ago
shotgun
from a special
and some shells.
observation room at
Well, we
St.
have some very nice models just came in. Very nice guns. I'll be glad to show.
Joseph's and by Captain Stuart McKay, authority of the city's police commissioner. Here's a description of the man being sought, whose name is Paul G. Carlson. He's 24 years old, Caucasian, about 6 feet tall, weighing 160. Brown hair,
Here's a nice one.
blue eyes,
regular features. Carlson was last seen in the vicinity of St. Joseph Hospital. He's believed dressed in tan slacks and a blue sweater.
We got a report on him. The owner of a gun shop says he tried to buy a shotgun, but left without it. I don't think he wants it as a weapon. He wants to kill himself. Why, Miss Nolan?
Because we overheard what Dr. Lawrence said in the other office. That's why.
You might be wrong, Mac. He's on a motorcycle. If he wanted to kill himself...
No. Crashes don't always kill people. He knows that. Now, he tried to find some way that was fast and foolproof. If only we had some kind of lead on him. Anything.
Yeah, I'd like to come up here at night. It's one of my favorite places on Earth. It's always so peaceful, so quiet.
I can't stand this waiting around. I think it would be better if I went back to the reservation, don't you?
I guess so. Well, how will you get back?
I borrowed Bud's car.
I'll phone you if we hear anything.
Hey, you got Vaseline on my camera lens.
Well, you got camera lens on my Vaseline, jerk, idiot.
Oh, he was just imagining killing himself.
Made you look.
They found the motorcycle.
Where?
Up in State Road 44. He took a spill. The bike is a wreck. But he'd probably walk away all right. They couldn't find him anywhere around the area.
That road leads up to Sandia Crest. Of course, that's gotta be it. Over the years, I got to know Paul pretty well. The one place he went to when he was troubled, the one place where he felt free, was Sandia Crest.
Right, Pete. Get to Sandia Crest. Now listen. I want him captured. But no gunplay. Unless it's absolutely necessary.
are you? I know what you intend to do, but you mustn't. Please, you can't.
Kathy, I don't know how you found me, but you've got to leave now.
No, Paul. I want to be with you.
You can't stay. The sun's going down. It'll be night soon. If I don't reach the crest before the moon comes up, then you can't stay. Then it'll be too late for the both of us.
Any sight of him, Pete?
No, sir, but we'll keep checking the area.
Then you stay put. We'll check down the hill a little further. If anything happens, call me fast.
Yes, sir.
Cat! There we go. Let's do it together
No,
again, shall we?
He's a lizard.
Yeah, it's a new show, but some things never change. On three. 1, 2, 3. Cat! That's more of a cat. I'll tell you what, and I don't know why. I don't know why I say it, everybody. For those of you who watched any period of time, I still want to change my name to Cat Montebois. I really, really want to. And you know what I think we got to do is we have to somehow build interest in this Montebois stuff.
The
You know what I'm
Montebois
saying?
movement.
All right. Hey, don't forget to check us out on the web, too, and enjoy.
Safeguard presents a real family portrait, the Vanderways. Tennis, golf, a unicycle. How do you manage this team?
With this Safeguard deodorant soap.
It's more than a deodorant soap. We all use it.
The children, too?
Certainly. Gives them a good start on their complexion.
But how is it as a deodorant soap?
The best. Gives us great deodorant protection.
Think I'll try it.
Come on, join our team.
Safeguard, the perfect family soap.
Hey, kids, we're back on the Near the Dead show. Doc, what do you say, my friend? Oh, you got a big husky grip. You do. You know what I hate is a guy with little hands, and I'm a small dude, let's face it. I mean, I don't mean that in a self-deprecating, overtly physical way, but in fact, I'm a small guy, right? I got little paws, and you know, you'll do a handshake, and if you're not fully prepared to drive your little paw deep, you'll end up with just the end, and the big, his huge hand will just squeeze the end, and then he thinks I'm a wuss, and I think I'm a wuss. So whenever, but the sad part is, so watch this, if you're ever shaking hands with a little man, the smart little man will go wham and drive the ham deep. Here we go. You ready? Hey, good to see you. What's up? That comes so you get the stupid little paw all the way in there. Good to see you, folks.
Paul! Paul, help me! Paul! Paul, please! Help me, Paul, please help me. Help me! Oh, Paul! Paul! Paul, help me! Paul! Paul! Please, Paul, my foot is caught. Help me. Paul, help me. Please. Please.
got away. 2 more men dead.
Oh, God.
It's too late to help. Not now. It's got to be stopped before there's any more killing. Are you going to try and stop it with a bow and arrow? Not with just any arrow, Mac. I'm going to use this.
That looks like a piece of meteor Paul had.
It is. I've fashioned an arrowhead out of it.
What are you going to do? Johnny, tell me!
We're fighting something we barely understand, Kathy. The changes that a particle of matter from outer space has made in a human being. That's why I'm doing this. If a particle can generate all that energy, a larger piece from the same element might speed up the energy processes.
Dr. Lawrence, Paul and I heard you in the hospital. You said Paul would become atomically unstable, that he would...
It was always inevitable. This way it may happen a little sooner, that's all.
Johnny, you can't do it. He's your friend, Paul.
Paul is not Paul anymore. You've seen that. Kathy, he's not as you and I know him. Paul is gone. What you see in his place is nothing we know. Nothing human.
No!
That poor kid. He's had a rough time.
Hey, somebody should bag up them tasty Moonbeast chunks. They'll go great in Johnny Longbow stew. Yum, yum.
Hey, everybody, it's another Dead Show. Here's the gang right here, everybody. We're just a bunch of screwballs.
Right.
What do you think, Doc? Hey, next week's movie is called Blood Tide.
With James Earl Jones.
James Earl
The
Jones.
Great James Earl Jones.
Yeah, what do you think, Steve?
Who's that?
Don't worry. There we go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. We're happy that you can tune in. Tell your friends. Tell your relatives. Tell everybody you know. It's the Ned the Dead Show, 11 o'clock, every Saturday right here. We're glad to see you. Let's wave goodbye, everybody. Bye. All right, and now stick around.
California lady,
won't you bring your love to me, California lady? She's the one I want to see, my California lady.
Thanks for watching Ned the Dead and Doc Moreau. Remember to check out their stuff at nedthedead.com.